welcome back. Let's go ahead and get out of the studio and head down to the stadium. That's where our Tara Talmadge is standing by. Tara, you're battling the wind right now. I see your hair going absolutely nuts. But it's time to head behind those enemy lines right now. You're going to let us know what we're going to need to know, I guess, what this Lane Kiffin-led Ole Miss Rebel football team.
Yeah, you know, DJ, I had the opportunity to talk with Nick Suss. He's an Ole Miss beat writer for the Clarion Ledger earlier this week. And, you know, the first thing, of course, that we had to talk about was Matt Corral. So here's a little bit of our conversation.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing about Corral is just how well he is playing within this system. The knock on Corral the last year and a half at Ole Miss was usually that he was a very talented player who didn't really trust the plays in front of him, the players around him, and would improvise and would try and use his talent more than actually playing the game. But there's something about this Lane Kiffin and Jeff Lebby offense that he's playing really well within the system. He's taking advantage of the weapons around him, and you're seeing him climb through the pocket a lot better than he would have last year. You're seeing him stand in and take hits and stand in and make throws, but you're also seeing him scramble and use his legs really well and show that he is kind of a dual threat passer. He's doing everything really well. I mean, I posted a graphic on Twitter earlier this week where if you compare his first 3 games against the first 3 games of the last 5 quarterbacks who won the Heisman Trophy, he is 3rd out of 6 in passer efficiency rating and completion percentage, and 2nd out of 6, only behind Joe Burrow, in yards per attempt. He's through 3 games on a Heisman caliber pace, and that's not something I think anyone, not even Lane Kiffin or Matt Corral, would have expected.
Elijah Moore is one of the Rebels' best offensive weapons, but I think we all remember what happened with him in the Egg Bowl last year. How have you seen him mature and progress this season?
Yeah, I mean, Elijah Moore coming into this season was one of the most intriguing players in college football, not just because he's a potential day 1 or day 2 NFL draft pick as a really productive slot receiver, and right now he's leading the conference in yards per game and catches and all that stuff, but also he's kind of the architect of the modern SEC based off of his celebration at the end of the Egg Bowl last year that got Matt Luke fired. It ended up in Joe Moorhead losing his job. It probably ended up in Lane Kiffin not being at a place like Arkansas or Missouri. Instead, he ends up at a place like Ole Miss. There are so many dominoes that happened because of his unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And then he comes back and responds this year by being one of the most productive players in the country. I think he's still on pace to catch 100 passes this year.
Well, let's talk about the defense. Where is it right now? What's going on with this Rebels defense, Nick?
The short answer is they don't have depth anywhere. You're still dealing with your junior and senior classes are classes that were limited because of the recruiting restrictions that were on Ole Miss a few years ago. And because of that, they just don't have the depth at the margins that a lot of other SEC schools do. They lost all 3 of their starters on the defensive line from last year, and because of this lack of depth, virtually no one on this team had ever started a game on the defensive line before. That's an ongoing adjustment. You return most of your players in the secondary, but they had the worst secondary in the SEC last year in yards per game. So is it better to return guys when they kind of aren't that good, or is it better to get in new guys? And we saw that on the defensive line, it's not better to bring in new guys, and we're seeing that in the secondary, maybe it is better to bring in new guys.
And last question for you. I have to get your take. Would you be surprised if Arkansas pulled off the upset over Ole Miss?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because I don't think Ole Miss has played a team quite like Arkansas yet that likes to control the ball a little bit more, that likes to play a little more physically, that likes to be defense first, which Barry Odom's done a heck of a job with that Arkansas defense so far. And it's going to be interesting to see, can Ole Miss poke the holes in that, or is it going to be a little bit more of a game dictated by Arkansas's pace? I think that one thing that's really going to be worth watching is both of the offensive coordinators in this game come from the same school of thought. They are actually brothers-in-law. That is how connected they are. It's going to be very interesting to see how Kendall Briles and Jeff Lebby kind of know each other and scheme against each other, and whether we see these offenses reflect that. And then it's going to come down to, these are 2 coaches with very distinct personalities, with very distinct images they want their team to run in. And can Sam Pittman's physical image or Lane Kiffin's more finesse, speed-based image take precedent in this game? And I mean, I think you can ask 100 pundits on this game, and it might be a 50-50 split. It might be a 70-30 split. I don't know which way it's leaning. I don't look at odds and stuff like that. But I think one thing that's going to be very interesting is this Ole Miss offense looks borderline unstoppable, and this Arkansas defense has stopped some pretty good offenses. So we'll see which one translates this week.
We really appreciate Nick Suss taking the time to take us behind enemy lines this week. Great work right there. And by the way, DJ, I think the wind is literally waiting right until I start talking to you to start picking up. We'll see how that plays a role in today's game.
Thanks so much, Tara. We're going to